want every side to come together to attempt to take down the 100 side.
Man, they gotta
We want
understand,
all the
right?
smoke.
We go off the content.
Three, two, one. Hey there, welcome back to the channel where we keep it real. No capping. I'm your host, bringing you nothing but straight fire and authenticity. Today, we're diving into 12 rooms that I got to promote. The 100 ENT showroom, hosted by Big Wack100. The Beehive room. Love and R&B room, hosted by the queen of the 100 side, R&B. No room for the weak. No mercy room. Spin the block room. 100 ENT Jailbreak Squad room. 100 ENT South room. Petty Betty and Toxic Tanya room. Dangerous Minds room, hosted by Beast. Good Burger, hosted by Pitbull. Sleepless in LA, and many more. If you want to get closer or you want to be a part of the show, go to Clubhouse, follow one of these rooms, or you look for a room titled with Wack100. These particular videos all made possible by the one and only Wack100. Get ready to vibe with me as we explore the hardest topics that need some real recognition in the streets. Let's jump right into it and show some love to this channel by hitting the like and or subscribe button. So, without further ado, hold it down. One mic on Wack.
And they will be held accountable. I mean, this is not a soft game, everybody. Like, this is like, it depends on what we envision, but this is not a happy scenario for a lot of Black families, for a lot of Latinx families. It's not an existential crisis. Like, it is happening. It is not like about to happen. Like, we're in it. So, and I'm not going to get all preachy on what is we going to do, but I will say, what is we going to do? And this is Elijah, and I'm done speaking.
That is a good question. I do think that, as a, Hispanic man, and my father
Speak aside, Stevie. Hispanic or you American?
So listen, so my father,
Speak aside.
I'm American that speaks Spanish. You see how that go? No, I'm just kidding. No. My dad, right? He came from Haiti and whatever, and went straight into Vietnam, right? To the Vietnam War. So I kind of guess that I'm a second generational, because I literally was born here. But that's for the record, just in case ICE is in the room. You know what I'm saying, Elijah? Don't want them to steal my joy. So
what? It's fucking ICE over here. Pull up.
Yeah.
You know
So I'm not with ICE just taking everybody and breaking homes, right? Like, what happened to the National Guard? Why y'all allowed this to happen? Now it's too far in. Now the kids are too far in here. Now you're disrespecting like people around these families, because it's community, right? It's all based on, it's community based around different communities. So now these kids are being affected by what is taking place in their community. So to me, I think that this could be a little traumatic. I mean, they're walking around looking like the KKK dragon. Now, if you're taking an illegal that constantly is messing with the law and, constantly getting in trouble.
These are Nazis.
Right.
You have to call them out. They are.
Right.
And this is not everyday old America anymore.
Right.
And, if you are blessed to have your family close and know that your family is going to be close together for the holidays and everything and what have you, but then they won't be at your door or at your job or traumatizing you.
So if a person gets away with the robbery, they should just leave them alone. They shouldn't track them down.
I think crime is crime.
Right, crime is crime.
80.
Okay,
I think
that's a crime.
Just to drop a little petite data, because my brain is not wanting to go into all the data right now, but it's about 81 to 87% of the people in custody in these Alligator, Alcatraz, and worse and not as bad, all of the detainees have they're no criminal activity. So criminal activity. So if they do,
That
That's why I
y'all
was at
had
a
that
hip hop
internal.
station.
So
That's why
you
I was at a
saying
top
that?
hip hop station, not at a top Latin station.
So
Because I'm
so
too ghetto for them. You
so you
understand?
saying that Mexicans don't get along with
you
like
too, Benji.
Puerto Ricans and
No, it's we're not a monolith. Like
so what
it's
about like Guatemalans and
they're
Hondurans and
black. They
Nigerians?
have black. Like if you go, they literally have,
I know they don't like El Salvadorians. I know
but they
that.
have black. Like you go to, they have like what is it? Like black villages where the Rifulas, they're dope. They're dope. And the one that like brought awareness to that is Amara La Negra. And I don't know if y'all know, I was her co-host
Love.
for many is because they don't like they Mexicans. And there is some like Lupita and stuff, but they Mexicans don't like black people. Let's be
So they
clear.
don't with South America at all.
The Caribbean at all. But now
But
Bad Bunny has kind of switched it a little bit. Because if you used to listen to the music before, sorry, I got these because I love you down. They if you listen to the music before, you could tell the difference between a Noriega track and a Bad Baby track.
So
Wait, what was
Gatita,
it?
you
What
Honduras,
was it? The
right?
Mexican place?
yes,
Like
I'm
not Bad
Honduran
Baby. What's his
of
name?
Garifuna descent.
So
She's black.
where
She's
where
basically
does
black.
where does um Mexico stop? What does it do? They stop like we ain't with y'all? Is it Guatemala? Like what coming? I
So
know they
it's
don't.
the the Mexicans, it's specifically Mexico. They stick to their people only. But when it comes to the rest of Central America, we do have that kind of like that unity. If you ever hear me talk to a Belizean or a Salvadorian, automatically that's my cousin. You're my neighbor. We have that camaraderie.
Yeah.
We have
So
that
what
type of
major
connection.
city? Where's the cutoff line for Mexico? And
At the end of the Mexican border. Outside of Mexico, they do with the Latinos.
oh
And you know
shit.
how they be trying to feel like they're treated wrong? Like, oh, they treat them like the less. No. And then also when it comes to broadcasting, they took over the Univisions and the Telemundos. They never wanted to hire an Amara La Negra, a black Latina, to be a thing until like Amara came on. And me and Amara used to be on the show when we were kids called Sábado Gigante. That's how we met. And
Sábado
and they
gigante.
used to call, and the reason why I too, like he's trying to make it funny, and I'm calling him out. I'm calling him out. Whack, I'm calling him out, and then he called Buck, you know DJ Buck. He's like, oh, delete
From the
that from
Star and the
the
Buck
thing.
show.
I'm already. That was the same time they got into a fight, Emily and him, because of it. Because I was like, aren't you Dominican though? You over here talking about Emily's dad, but aren't you Dominican though? And he was like, yeah, but me and my pops, we ain't talking about. So yeah, he's Dominican. Mostly all those rappers that you see up north that you think, so many of them from Dipset, Dominican, from it's a different culture though in the East Coast. Because okay, so the Northeast, I could say they're more classes than races. Does that make sense to
Facts.
y'all? They're more classes than races. So it's like if you're middle class, low class, high class, that's how you get treated up north. So to us, being raised in the projects, I was raised in the projects. And in my projects, it was Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and African Americans, and some like the Asians, what they're the with an L, low Asian, whatever. And we all used to support each other, help each other. So it was different. That's why all my cousins are Puerto Rican and black, like Puerto Rican and African American, or Dominican and African
Hey,
American, or
Speedy. It remind me of the diaspora between like blacks and African individuals. Like I'm
right.
saying, like the Spanish community. Even though y'all all speak Spanish, it's still wars within y'all own community that y'all still don't get along.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you one thing about the Latinos though, it's hard to see it though, because we don't really go online and drag. The Latinos, they don't. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Like you take J Lo for instance, she gets dragged all day, right? She never responds. So that's how the Latino community is. They're kind of like we don't tell. So there's a lot of abuse and stuff that happens within that community, but they don't like
But
to
you
like.
do know it's more than
But you
Latinos
know
that's
who
getting
had to
deported.
respond was Tyler.
They got
Yeah, Tyler, I love Tyler.
Haitians. I seen this 500,000 Haitians that was over here on like a temporary something that they looking for them. It's all kind of people they deport. They deport more than just our
Oh,
Latin Mexicans.
absolutely, Wack. Especially in New York. New York's a melting pot, so they get in
They
all the
deport.
Chinese.
Yeah,
You know, like everybody.
everybody. They going at everybody.
Well,
Now what's
it was
crazy is,
proven that the KKK, a lot of them got employed to become ICE, so it kind of like they
I
just
mean, the police department is the new KKK. Been there.
Whack, they're also getting individuals looking for to see if they have any warrants. So they're putting black people in handcuffs and trying to run their information as well to see if they have warrants. They're not just attacking, illegal immigrants. They're attacking black and brown people. Period. So
Is that
whoever.
naughty?
Well, you got to remember, all black and brown people are potential immigrants, illegal immigrants. That's the way they playing it. So they're
I see.
saying if you're a citizen, they saying if you got a warrant, you're supposed to be in cuffs anyway. That's the way they see it. That's the way they see it. If you're a citizen, now why they wasting their time for a nigga that got a petty failure to appear warrant? I don't know. You know, they might stumble across a motherfucking mass murder or a terrorist. I don't know.
Well,
But
I will say the correctional facilities do look like a cotton field to me. Like
Form of ice. Okay, y'all. Okay.
well, you know,
They
they
was
been.
coming at me and they
I
was
told them
coming
the
at me in the
KKK
chat
been
like
put
I
on
was
the
talking
police
some
uniform.
bullshit.
ICE is our government, right?
Them. And
Listen,
I have the right to sit as a citizen.
yeah, and I believe that's about America. Is I think we got too many rights sometimes because
Yeah,
you
that's
pull
what
that shit.
that's the
You
direction we
pull that
going.
shit in some of these other countries, your ass gonna get stoned in
That's
prison.
that's
That's a
why they're
fact.
trying to
why is it
limit
Rue
rights. But
modded? Rue is
uh,
not an immigrant to the
I'm
side. Like
crying.
y'all better
But
not.
no,
No, Rue is African. Rue Nigerian.
Nigerian.
She's a
But my,
Nigeria.
but my no, but look,
Nigerian
my
prince.
mom's side is out here. They were out here, like literally from Virginia. They're from Virginia, and then my daddy, he's also yeah.
So what is
That's
the
me.
difference between a African that comes later on in life versus a slave?
Is that when the
You can't
generations
He's
come
explain.
in?
African
It doesn't mean like second
because
gen.
there's a
So
difference between
so
black.
slaves were
I'm not
given
African. I'm
taken away
Black
their.
American. Black American and Africans are two totally different people.
Hmm.
Our immune systems, everything about us is totally different.
No, he's right.
So
That's a
this is
fact.
this is why
It's
I'm
we got to
facts.
scared,
get
yo.
shots and shit before we go over there. It's just real shit, bro. It's for real.
Now you are different from Chris Caps. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, what the
Bro.
real tea is that they're saying, like, the reason why a lot of black people can't retrace their origins to Africa is because they're actually Native American. That's been coming out more and more
That's
because
a
of
fact.
the classification that they've been reclassified to pretty much rewrite history. And it's like more and more information coming out about that. So that's very interesting. But yeah, I do agree with
No,
what he
that's a
said.
fact.
Mhm.
Because you got to remember when I say Black American, all minds go back to them plantations. When people were migrating west, right? We got to understand our Native Americans were already here. Those are the people that was helping these people migrate west. Everybody didn't make it. This shit ain't like today. We jump on a plane and train and we there 6 days or 6 hours or a day. Man, it would take three generations of people to go from East Coast to West Coast. So you coming your ass out of Louisiana, you off a plantation, you coming across, you get into Texas. All right, you got some people get sick, pregnant, they may settle there. They may settle there. And then you keep going. You Oklahoma and New Mexico and Arizona, you trying to get to California, you're running across these tribes, our Native American tribes, and now people are mixing. You know what I'm saying? So now we got some people settled there. You may have 2, 3 generations of family members before you make it to California. And now as years come, they say, we're going back to visit our family in Oklahoma. We're going back to visit our family in Texas. We're going back to visit our family in Louisiana, those that chose to stay, right? But you're gonna have some cut in there. Now the cut probably started on the plantation with the slave owner, but coming across those states back in those wagons and horses and by foot, goddamn it, they definitely encountered some Native Americans, which were either and they became family or their ass got slaughtered, and that's just what it was. I know I got a Choctaw and all kind of shit. And
True.
me, on some real shit, the hairs under my arms is straight as a
Yo, if you see how my grandmother look, when
Oh
I
my.
tell
you know
you,
what I'm
I'm
saying?
sorry.
Real
my
shit.
grandmother, oh my
My
gosh, I'll put a
grandmama and my
picture of
mama
her.
Wack,
hair is
yo, I do
straight as
Wack.
a
That's real.
My great
listen.
grandmother is
Yo, Wack.
Indian.
I'm just being real, bro.
That's a
No, you're
fact though.
absolutely right. My great grandmother is Indian, and my great grandfather on my dad's side is Indian as well. So
Yeah,
it's a
you know,
mix of us.
traveling, you gotta remember, like,
Hmm.
when they set out, it took, remember, think about it. Think about the weather. Think about the seasons,
Mm-hmm.
the winters and shit like this. So it's kind of like, you know, people to help you who was familiar with that area. And then got to know each other and relations happened. So, and shit, okay, this dude's got her pregnant. She's part of the tribe and this, so on and so forth. So he stays back. And next thing you know, shit, that's multiplying. So, yeah, that's why that's the difference between an African that's
Hmm.
coming over here from Africa and a black American.
Even our features, our facial features, it's
Oh,
different. It's just
yeah.
not the same.
Black people, I ain't gonna say black people. You could tell that I'm gonna say black people. You could tell the difference between black people in California and black people in New York. It's more African cut over there and crossing over there than over here in California. That's a fact.
True.
That's a fact. I don't give. Look at Ice Cube. Look at 50 Cent.
Oh yeah,
You know what
no,
I'm
that's
saying?
a fact.
It's more African cut over here on the New York side because
You got
the
more
water is over
Caribbean.
there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that's just what it is. But I understand. I looked it up. They said in '77 it was 3 to 5 million illegal immigrants. Now it's over 18 million. So I'm like, all right, we got drug cartels, we got all kind of shit, we got cyber attacks, we got all kind of shit. So what if this shit get to million and they ain't did nothing to control it, and now the powers that be where they originally from, and now we got all these different cells over here is ready to attack.
Like a
We
hostile
are
takeover.
always in ready mode. We always in battle mode. One thing about America, we ain't no too many natural resources over here. We bully and take shit. We get niggas business to control what they got because we need it, right? So we're always in like, okay, what if they do this? Because we know, our government knows what they would do if they got in position like that. They're gonna always minimize that. You know that. It's like a man that cheats. A cheat man is always gonna think his woman is doing something. If she says,
For real.
I'm going
Talk
over
to
here
him.
with my girls to hang out, and he know every time he tell her
Mhm,
I'm going with the fellas to hang out, he really go over here with a bitch.
mhm.
He always gonna think, oh, she doing something,
Yeah.
she up to something. So we're always gonna think our government, man, what would we do if we infiltrated somewhere and got 100 million strong and had cells there and was still operating our country? We would attempt to do this. So this is their fear. So now they're gonna try to minimum control it.
Do you think in America, culture is stronger than race?
As Americans,
Hmm.
nah, there's in China, people in China than America. So
Because I mean,
fuck
like
no.
culture, like I mean, like urban
Well,
culture.
we have no one culture. All our cultures, are, even within our black, is different. Even in our Latin communities, is different. Salvadorians. I walked into a fucking Salvadorian hole in the wall, not tripping, and I asked for some tacos, and the lady wanted to kill me.
Yeah, they get upset.
I was like, I'm looking at her. She like, what?
They
I said,
get
I
real
want 3
upset.
tacos. Boom, 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 boom. She like, no tacos. I
You
said, what you
better
mean?
ask for some
I said, I
pupusas or
can't
some
buy no
enchiladas.
tacos.
You know how
She
many
slammed
people
her
I
hand on the
clipped on this
table.
app for calling me
She
Mexican? Wax?
slammed her hand on the table and said, no tacos here. The dude come around the back. Says, excuse me, sir. I said, I don't know why she's so upset, brother. I just want some tacos.
She's like, do
He
I
said,
look
okay.
Mexican to you?
He said, okay. He said, listen, this is a Salvadorian, so we don't do tacos. I said, well, what the do you do that's like tacos? He said, no problem,
Papusa.
I got you. He came out with some other shit. Okay,
Empanadas.
cool. He told the lady he don't doesn't know. You see, he still brought the food and sat out and ate. I'm just hungry, bitch. Taco, yako, daco. I don't give me something that got meat, some lettuce, some cheese, and some other shit in between them. Anything that looks or seems like a tortilla, and we good. But I didn't know.
Right.
So the cultures are all different.
Yeah, like calling us Mexican is like calling African Americans African.
We don't get
No,
offended
no,
by
no,
that.
no. Calling us Mexican is like calling an African a nigga.
Oh,
Or
okay.
literally, let's just like use a Jamaican. Like they really be.
Yeah, love. This shit finna go crazy. This shit finna go crazy, boy.
yo,
That,
yo,
that,
yo,
that,
yo,
that
did you
shit
say?